I think there's this idea, people, winners mentality, and they want to win and they want to achieve success and they want to do these things and they take these massive risks and they do these, they put themselves in these positions in order to try to leapfrog or jumpstart themselves into higher positions and win more on a larger scale. And I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned over the last couple years is it's important to do that, but it's also more important, I think, to not allow yourself to take deep losses. And what I mean by deep losses is because I had seen this chart and it made me think about this a lot, of stock value and losses in portfolio value, and how much more of a percentage it takes to recover losses than it does to maintain gain, right? So if you lose 50%, well, you need double that in order to get back to the regular 50%. So if you're at zero and you lose 50%, right? You're at zero, you go down 50%. 50 if you put in the same amount of energy, that 50% to get you back, it's only going to get you back to zero. So you actually have to put in double the amount of energy just to get back into the positive, and then get back into a surplus. You have to put in double the amount of energy, double the amount of work, double the amount of volume or output or whatever, than if you just did not take that deep 50% loss in the first place. So so I've just been really sitting and thinking about this idea of how to hedge life against these sort of deep losses that can really, really shake you and put you in positions where you are, sort of like now in a position where you're jeopardizing your life, and it's really, really hard to recover from. It's much harder to recover from than it is to move forward from. And I've been thinking about some of those things that can do that. I think for a lot of people, they take deep losses either in relationships. They take deep losses, with money. They take a big risk, or they take a big gamble, or they try to do this. They don't have all the information, and then it sets them all the way back. Or there's a number of ways to take these really, really big losses. And I guess, it does come down to more, I would say, calculated risk. And there's an aspect that maybe I'll talk about later of, taking fast action, not overthinking things, but also taking calculated risk and learning and strategizing. So there's definitely a delicate balance towards that, but not taking deep losses is huge. So yeah.